Hi, welcome to Killer Guitar. Welcome to our Modes Made Easy series. Over this series I hope to make modes more understandable for you, as I know a lot of people out there when they first start learning modes they get slightly daunted by this subject, think, oh, I've got to learn all these new scales, and it's really not that daunting or that difficult to understand when you learn it. So let's start at the basics. What is a mode? A mode is simply an inversion of the major scale. As I said in the previous lesson, the major scale is the most important scale you'll learn, because everything we do in music theory always comes back at some point to the major scale. Now we have 7 modes of the major scale. We have Ionian, which is the major scale itself, which is the first mode. We have the second mode of the major scale, which is Dorian. We have Phrygian as the third mode. We have Lydian as the fourth mode. Mixolydian's the fifth mode. Aeolian or natural minor is the sixth mode, and Locrian is the seventh mode. Now that means, so if we were to take our major scale and we were to play that from a different note, let's say the third note of a major scale, so let's find the third note, but we were to start here. This is the third note of C major, which is E, and we're going to play the major scale from E through to E, C major from E through to E, so that would be we now have E Phrygian, which is the third mode of C major. And one thing I see when people start learning modes, they get taught that a particular shape is the mode, and that's not the way to learn it, because just because this shape here happens to be Dorian, I could go into my first position of C major and that's Dorian, D Dorian there as well. So any position could be Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian. It depends on what's being played behind it. As I've seen people start learning modes and they learn it as that shape is that mode, and they'll start playing over a progression in, say, C major or A minor, and they'll pick up on the fourth position as the shape of the fourth position of C major, go, I'm playing F Lydian. Well, you're not, you're playing C major or A minor, because what you're playing over is telling me it's C major or A minor. For example, if I was to take 3 chords and you would guess what key I'm playing in, so now you're going to go, that's in G major, and you're right, it is in G major, absolutely no argument. So let's do again 3 chords and let's see you guess the key. Now there are some people out there, you're going to shout out, that's in D. Well, it's not in D, because the chords are not in D. And some of you that watch what I did would go, well, you used the same 3 chords, so you're obviously in G major. In one respect you could say that the key signature is E major, but that wouldn't address the fact that now the home chord feels like the D chord sounds like home instead of the G chord. So what's happened is we're now playing modally, because we're playing G major, but we're not resolving around the G, around the tonic of the scale. So to find out where we are now in a modal key. There's not all songs have to be in a major or minor key. We're now in a modal key. So let's find where that is. That's D major, so let's go up our G major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we now made the 5th chord sound like home. So when we went through our modes as being Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, we're now playing Mixolydian, if that makes sense. And that would be the same in any key. The modes stay in the same place. It's always going to be in that order of Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. The only thing that's going to be different is the actual notes we play. So I hope that helps, and we're going to move on, and we're going to start by looking at the Ionian mode. So stick with us for the next lesson, and hopefully you'll get something useful out of it. Like I said, I'm going to teach you how to find the parent scale. I'm going to then teach you the difference between the intervallic structure of the major scale and the mode. So you could, as long as you know your position of where your major scale is, you can then just move notes within that major scale to turn it into the mode you want to find. Catch you next time when we'll be looking at the Ionian mode.